Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Council of Reads here at the Comic Shop, Liverpool. I'm Dylan, here with Jason.
G'day.
Nitin.
What's up?
Fomi.
Hey.
And Dave.
Shit, I got nothing to say.
Very good.
You going?
Yeah.
Well, that is incorrect because you did have something to say.
Well, what?
That you had nothing to say.
Okay.
See? Good use your brain, Dave. Our featured comics this week. Scarlet Witch, number 1. That Jason just dropped on the floor.
I caught it.
And Joe Fixit,
Yay.
number 1.
Yeah.
Peter David. Oh. Yeah.
We've also got a new Guardians of the Galaxy comic book creative team announcement. 2 trailers. Evil Dead Rise.
Call them a B double.
And Renfield. And a couple of us watched Del Toro's Pinocchio on Netflix.
Pinocchio.
And my film flashback for this week, very, very uplifting movie called Downfall.
It's very good though.
It is amazing, but geez.
Not enough child murder?
Yeah,
Okay.
not enough dogs dying either.
Oh, that's plenty enough.
Okay, before we get into this week's episode, Fomi!
I saw that and shake your I don't like German Shepherds either, but still.
Yeah, because I was like, what dog? I don't remember that dog. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Fuck Blondie. Fucking Nazi dog.
Yeah, true.
Nazi dogs are allowed to die.
We'll get to that.
Before we get into this
Will
week's
Nazi dogs go to
episode,
heaven?
if you're done cutting me off.
Never.
Fomi! I believe you have some bootlegs.
We do. We have some bootlegs. Water Grove is becoming a treasure trove of bootlegs.
Oh,
I was in
no.
the news agency the other day and saw this absolute beauty. This is a Monopoly game that is a global village. You'll understand what that means when I open it up. But this cover alone was worth the $12.
That's like Indestructible
$12.
Hulk?
Yes. Look at that Groot.
What is
I
that?
have no idea what that is. My favourite part is this Miss Marvel and then this Miss Marvel.
Oh, yes.
And it's old school Miss Marvel, the hot one too. You just got so many different properties and so yeah, I'll pass it around because what I'd like everyone to do if they can, and we'll show it to the people watching later. Top right corner. Can you tell me who the hell that is? Yeah, so
The hat's up, glasses down.
Like the costume is rogue costume.
rogue-ish, and then maybe
But
Mantis, but Mantis doesn't
gold
fly.
face.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. So the cover alone is beautiful.
I think it's like a rogue because it's very rogue costume.
Actually, I'll just take that back for 2 secs, Dave. You can take the lid because you can keep looking because the
It's like-
other guys
it's like
here,
rogue and,
as I
Mad
get
Mask.
out this beautiful
Yeah.
mastery of cardboard.
Vinyl?
No, it's cardboard.
Wow!
But, so what they meant by global village was it's just Tokyo and Mexico City and New
Yeah, that makes
York
sense.
and London and so forth.
What's the cheaper cities?
So the cheaper cities.
Tokyo Yeah. and Seoul.
is
No, Tokyo and Seoul. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, Tokyo and Seoul. And-
Rio and Mexico
and
City
Mexico
are the most
City is the most
expensive
expensive.
on the book.
But we also have a reprint of the book. Oh, sorry, the cover. I'm shocked. There's actually money and houses and dice and playing things. Like we can play Monopoly. It's
What are the airports?
no real stuff, but yeah, $12 Monopoly. Bring it
I
on.
can't have a car
No car,
or
bro.
an
No
iron.
thimble.
Fuck that. Drop it on the floor. Sorry.
That's alright, good shit. So
Wow.
when I
Too much
say
excitement.
it's a lot of excitement, but the next one is the most exciting.
What the
Now
fudge?
you've all had an Incredible Hulk. But have you had an Incredible Hulk with a telescopic neck?
No.
Yeah, bro. Once again, Water Grove, you have just worth your weight in gold. Now,
Is he wearing like a morph suit? Like
Yeah, pretty-
John Gonzalez?
it kind of is a morph suit, and with the neck. Now, as you'll see here on the box, it glows in the head. It also glows in the tubes. We'll have to test that one later.
Dudes.
Yeah, it glows in the tubes. Don't question it. Just
Gotta get
it says
fixed.
it twice on the back as well. We do have some other Hulk characters down the side. Is that is Ruffalo Hulk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say, because if that was Norton Hulk with a Ruffalo head, that would have been brilliant. But you got Iron Man, Cap, and Spider-Man from Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
So-
the first one.
Russian.
And, yeah, Russian.
The first Amazing Spider-Man.
Let's see this head.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You got it. You got it.
Oh,
You got it.
unboxing.
You got it.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm like,
Did anyone? I was too busy dying of laughter. Did anyone read the name on the box?
what do you mean?
Telescopic neck. It says that on the box.
Yeah.
Like in big letters. I can't see. Oh,
The
yeah,
incredible
put,
telescopic neck.
put pictures up. Oh my god, that's incredible.
Blows in the tubes.
Blows in the tubes, blows in the head.
It's telescopic.
So there's nothing to do with marble on this Monopoly
Not
game.
whatsoever besides the print in the middle and what's on the box. So, are we ready? Are we ready for the real? Should we go a
Yes.
little bit closer?
Yes.
Wait.
Are you ready
Closer,
for this?
closer, closer.
Oh, wow, look at his hands!
Oh, he's got normal person
He's got
hands.
normal person hands!
And shoot.
And shoes!
He's got shoes. Oh my god.
I should put one leg
Oh.
down. We're in Liverpool. Alright, ready? This head's just going to come off.
Oh, does it not?
Doesn't even telescope?
It doesn't even telescope!
Oh, return it. Return it.
Hang on. I'm just gonna do it.
No. Is it
No,
probably?
It really
It doesn't.
No,
It doesn't.
It's literally on a swivel.
Oh, okay. Because
Unless-
False advertising. Pump him up.
Pump him up, Dave.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure it don't glow either.
I do this with what I do all my dolls. Undress them first.
Especially the male ones.
Oh wow, the
I thought you blew him up first.
the
myself.
back is
He's
just
got like a fully.
The back's the chest?
Back is the chest.
No. He's got
no,
collarbone.
but it's like
Oh,
friggin-
okay.
She's got back muscles.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh,
Does he have a penis?
did you notice that the two Captain Marvel, they're right next to each other, Miss Marvels?
Oh, he's
Did you
got
see
this-
this ones?
Yeah.
Did we get any...
It's got flesh-colored undies.
He's got molded.
Adam style.
What's that?
Yeah, that's just a normal
It's
head.
just rogue, I think.
Yeah.
Rogue. Okay.
It's just terrible colouring.
I was thinking maybe off-colored Scarlet Witch as well. Maybe. That kind of modern
Because the
costume.
cape throws her off as well.
Yeah, maybe it's
So this will be
She had
joining
a
my,
cape, sort
my
of.
shelf of Hulks
cape.
because he's just beautiful. Shame the head doesn't go up.
telescopic neck.
Oh, and on the other side was the telescopic neck. It looks like they just stolen the neck from a brontosaurus.
I can't believe his head doesn't telescope.
I know.
It's his whole thing.
It says
It's
it
his
on the
whole
box.
thing.
It's his name. His name's Neck. The telescopic neck.
So yeah, there's my finds for this week.
Oh, that's
I
beautiful.
love that it's just a John Gonzalez.
Someone owes me $24.
That's beautiful.
You can take over a receipt, isn't it?
Pretty fancy
Yeah, no,
boots
that's not-
though.
that's
Get
not
it from
fair.
our what do you call it?
I'll get it from the petty cash.
No, the money we make off this podcast,
All that money, all that dough.
So what I robbed from you later.
the monetary
Yes, exactly.
fund.
Minuses.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm just
man.
gonna play my doll. I mean, action figure.
Mate, the episode's over. Let's go
That's
home.
it.
Like, we're not getting any better than that.
That's the find of the century.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
Well, great new agency. Well done. You're
Shout out.
the tobacconist needs to lift its game because that's where I got the speed drum and the Lego from the other week.
I don't think it's got glows.
no chance of
Oh,
going.
No. If it doesn't
Yeah.
telescope,
It doesn't telescope either, but yeah, it doesn't do
Tell
either.
glow.
There's no tubes. His boots barely stay on. Look.
oh, you can remove it. That's cool.
Yeah. All right.
Are the
Wow.
pants and the suit the same? Like it's, or
Yeah,
the pants
yeah,
are
So it's a
like the suit?
onesie. Yeah, I've got the exact same, but it looks more like the Hulk as a onesie.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Pleasure. I knew you'd love
It's
it.
changed my life.
Well, I couldn't tease it
Pretty
too much
skinny
on the.
Hulk too.
Reminds me of You just want to
I
put
wonder
a
if he's
chain.
going to be in the Barbie movie,
Oh,
like
better,
this version.
better be.
We have a new mascot.
That's terrifying.
He will be going up
Take
for
a
auction.
Beautiful.
All right, he's staying.
That's
Oh my god.
We don't need screens anymore. That's staying there.
Okay.
All right, books.
books.
Comics.
Scarlet Witch. Anybody read Scarlet Witch?
Yes.
What do you think, Dave?
Interesting to see where it's going. So basically, Scarlet Witch has made like a medical center, but for people that need magic help. So the first one is helping an Italian woman. A magic guy has corrupted the entire town, made them into his slaves. It was, I think it was something Day.
What's wrong with
No, the name of the dude.
Oh.
But anyway,
Corruptor.
the corruptor, yeah. So she's fixed it using a stone, or with help of the stone she has no magical power over, so she borrows it in exchange for like giving a couple free accommodation. Anyway, but at the very end is where the MacGuffin comes in, and you see where it's going to go now. And Darcy's in there, so it's a nice little change, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So she runs the store while Wanda's off.
Has she ever been in the comics?
Don't think so.
First appearance, get on it now!
They'll do it.
They've upped the prices on this Monopoly.
We're still talking about this Monopoly.
Well, I just saw like the beauty
More
contest
interesting.
normally is
Yeah,
like $10.
It is a bit more interesting.
It's
than
like
the
a
comic.
It wasn't very good.
The art was not very nice.
Nah, Pacelli disappointing.
Told you.
No, I didn't mind it.
Nah, it's
Yeah.
ugly.
Shut up, Dave.
It's like
$500 school fees?
Quicksilver.
That's cheap.
Quicksilver page. I was like, oh, maybe this will get interesting, but
It didn't.
they didn't write Quicksilver right. They're trying to do Quicksilver like the Quicksilver knobbiness, but felt flat for me. The last page gives you a bit of hope, but I
Yeah.
don't think I'll bother.
But it's person on the last page, have they been in stuff before?
Yes.
Okay.
Lots of
And the bit where it's like, oh, the corruptor's like, you want to remember, and like you see like a bit of flashback or possible things that have happened.
Because at first I'm like, okay. Starts off, she's doing some magic fighting monsters, and then at the end, yeah, the corruptor stuff. But for the rest, she's got a bookshop that's not a bookshop. I don't know. Man. I'm a bit over these slice of life bullshit comics, to be honest.
Is it like Ultimate Alliance?
No,
No?
I believe it's Marvel Heroes, the MMO.
Thank you.
Next up,
Glad we said
a
that.
good comic book. Joe Fixit.
Yeah, almost book of the week.
Yeah, it's just
It's so
solid.
Peter, David, Spider-Man, Hulk.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong?
Fun fisty.
And, yeah, great
that's-
fisticuffs and great villain. Great choice.
Yeah.
Coming to take over, great reasoning. Just fun.
Okay, say I am a person who has no idea what the hell Joe Fixit is. What is
The
it?
first page will tell you everything you need to know, and you're
Yeah.
sweet, to be honest. It is a very, very good recap, and if you want to read it out, go for it. But that's a really good recap for anyone that's got no
Yes.
idea, but likes the Hulk and thinks this is a cool character. Come and have a flick. It's excellent. It's drawn beautifully. The Peter at the start, it just reminded me of old school comic books.
Yeah.
It didn't look digital. It just looked fucking
I
awesome.
like the park. I like where it's like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to stay here for a bit longer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that'll be $100 to.
But basically, Joe
Fine.
Fixit is just a grey Hulk, but he went to. No one realises he's the Hulk, and he went and worked for a mobster that's got a casino in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Okay.
and cleans up Vegas.
So he's like, but he's like a good. Like his mobster's a good mobster, I guess, and he's a good mob boss.
Only
and
clean
enforcer. And looks fancy in his pinstripe suit. Yeah.
Okay.
People don't know it's the Hulk.
For some reason.
Okay.
They just think he's this giant guy with a skin condition.
Peter saw those.
And they explained that really well in the first little blurb.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, cool.
brilliantly done.
Because-
it's perfect for anyone to just jump in and enjoy if you've got no backstory of anything.
And at the back page, Peter David's got a couple of lines of stuff. And he's like, I just wanted to change up the scenario of the same. You know, oh cool, the army's after the Hulk. You know, like,
Yep.
oh
Yeah.
cool, he's going to fight another gamma monster. Rah, 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 rah. So just something different. Get him a different scene, different.
It's worth a read this week, man.
So
If you didn't read
yeah, it was good.
It's pretty. That's a pretty crazy idea.
It
Yeah.
is.
For the Hulk.
Yeah.
And like at the
How
time,
do you get to that?
I think
It's only so many times the army can chase you.
somebody had done the Hulk, Grey Hulk, maybe a couple months before Peter David starts from memory. But otherwise, Hulk hadn't been grey since issue 1 or whatever, right? So,
Yeah.
and like, you know, it's also the start of Peter David bringing in the multiple personalities.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You know what I
okay.
mean? This was the start of it. Joe Fixit was really the first distinctly different identity.
Definitely.
Sure.
You know, and then obviously you get Professor Hulk later and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, obviously Immortal Hulk is Joe, but taking over Banner's body, which was fantastic. Yeah, very good. Classic stuff. Newton. Tales from Earth 6, a celebration of Stan Lee. Short stories based on the Just Imagine books from 15 years ago.
2002?
So they're not
It was
real.
2002.
20 years ago.
Is it brand new stories or
Yeah,
not?
brand new like one shots using the characters that Stanley just reimagined.
Yeah.
I never read any of the original ones though, so
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't really
They were hit and
aware.
miss.
Yeah,
So it's basically Stan Lee's version of DC characters. So
Yeah.
it's like a different version of Batman. He's
Yeah.
like a wrestler.
Yeah.
Flash.
They all have the same letter names like Marvel did.
Yeah.
So Bruce Wayne is William Wayne and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Just like Stan Lee.
Because the Batman one was by far the best when they came out as single, like their one shots. Because one, it was cool because he had the dude wearing a bat sort
he
of
looked
mask
so
suit.
cool,
and
man.
it was Joe Kubert on art.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was by
And
far
it was
the
like
best.
his Alfred was playing the Bruce Wayne sort of role.
Yeah.
And he was the bodyguard to, the dude, and Superman is still an alien from Krypton, but he accidentally was chasing the supervillain.
He was like a space cop or something.
Yeah, pretty much. The stories were fine, but I got no sort of.
Yeah. Because all, like, your boys, Landing and Kelly.
I told him.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did
yeah.
one. So I read the Batman one, but I didn't. I was like, it was the last book I was reading. I was like, I gotta go. It's too big. I'm not gonna
Like
do
their
that.
story is pretty cool, as well.
Cool.
That's the. But yeah, like the stories were good. I have no backstory on the characters. I can't tell you. Oh, that's not
Right,
the spirit of the
but,
character
yeah.
and all that stuff. But no, it was fine.
Some great creatives on
Yeah,
there.
oh for sure. And like he didn't just do a little tweak here and there. He really reimagined
Totally
the character.
different,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
that
for
was
the
pretty
most
cool.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah, Flash is a chick, right?
Yes.
yeah. Power of like a
White
hummingbee.
suit,
Yeah,
which is cool.
Yeah, she
Humming-
looks awesome.
Yeah.
I love this costume.
Hummingbee. Shazam is like a demon, big red dude demon looking
Yeah.
thing.
That art was awesome.
Oh, it's Jerry Ordway.
Yeah, old way.
He did like the Justice League one.
Ah, God, do I need to buy that now?
Jim Lee did the Wonder Woman, like the original. Just
Yeah.
imagine.
Oh.
Yeah. So, it's just fun little one shots.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't really not like any of them.
Go on.
Oh, look at that old
Have
way
a
again.
look.
Yeah.
Alrighty, is that Weeks? Lee Weeks?
Yeah, Lee Wick's doing the Batman one, yeah. While Dylan looks at Jerry Ordway. And next up, a new one from Scout Comics, Grimm Space. So basically, it's Grimm fairy tales with a sci-fi bent. So this kid, Jack, who's on a spaceship, his mum's the captain of the spaceship or whatever. The spaceship is called the Beanstalk. He's got a robot that is broken, and Jack's a bit useless, so mum sends him to go sell the robot.
And he comes back.
But no one wants to buy it, but he
His
swaps
beans?
it. He swaps it. Well, one is a P1 Nokia model,
Okay.
and he sells it to a guy, or trades it for basically magic beans, but it's a nav computer,
Oh.
and then the nav computer in the middle of the night just takes him to the giant ship.
Ah, okay.
And Ford he's in there, and he steals gold, and the giant wakes up, and it's full fee fi fo fum.
Yeah.
It was cool because I'll be very interested to see what spin they do on different stuff. Yeah, the art's a bit iffy,
Yeah.
but you get that with these sort of third tier sort of companies sometimes. But yeah, it was quite interesting, better than I expected. I was like, because when it came in this week, I was like, why
Which
did
was
I
that?
order this? And obviously in the write-up, it must have said Grimm Fairy Tales in space. And I'm like, oh, that sounds different. Let's get some of them. Yeah, I enjoyed it. More than I expected to. Alright, next up, Spider-Man, issue 4,
You're the only one that read
Spidey
this,
Slut. No one read this?
No.
We got some pretty cool
Oh.
guest appearances here in this
Yeah,
issue.
this one's good. One, you get like cyborgy sort of toy Spider-Man.
Oh, we've seen that toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then you get even better. So okay, they're hiding out on like the beta 616. Right, that's where they're hiding out.
What?
There's a beta 616?
Yeah, well that's where like Madam Web, Julie Carpenter is hiding out because it sort of can't be seen by the Wasp people or whatever that's coming to get all the spiders and the Spider-Verse and stuff. So they're hanging out in 616 Beta Earth. Before we get that, we get a actual talking Spider Buggy, an 8-bit Spider-Man.
It just goes beep.
Yes. But then, because last issue Peter got taken out of the web of life he's done. Peter's the chosen one. He's the one that's going to win, and they've lost Peter. Peter's dead. So her backup plan is Peter Palmer, the Amazing Spider-Man. Which the Beta Earth is based on Amazing Spider-Man 1 and Amazing Fantasy 15, where there may have been a typo or two where he was called Peter Palmer in a couple of spots.
Oh, come on.
It's fantastic!
It's great.
It's an excellent
And
idea.
the spider on his back is miscoloured.
Yeah, it's all blue.
And I think that's intentional.
Oh, wow.
Did you understand? Was like, it's
Yeah.
like the Bruce Banner,
Yeah.
all of a sudden Robert Banner. I realised the middle name.
Yeah.
Then they just didn't go, just they're writing kids' books. They didn't care. But yeah, I thought that was cool.
And his
I
name
got
is
the T-Rex too from the toys.
Spider-Man without the hyphen.
Yes,
Of course.
That's nice.
yes,
Yeah,
That's good.
someone calls him Spider-Man. He's like, no, it's not Spider-Man. It's
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
yes, yes,
Hey,
yes.
Spider-Man.
Yes, there's
No pause in the
no
middle.
pause in my name, thank you.
I'm Peter Spider-Man.
It was one of the best. That is the deepest cut of all.
Yeah, that was great.
So I was like, well done.
Wow. Talking buggy.
Yeah. Next up, DC presents horror or whatever. DC Horror presents Sergeant Rock vs. the Army of Dead or whatever it's called. Goddamn, too long of a title. Issue 4 of goddamn Nazis.
Featuring Hawkman.
This was good. This has
That's
been
just a
fun.
It's so cool.
Such a fast little
Rizzo's
fun
art.
read.
Oh, you smash it in a second. In a good way.
Yeah, yeah, I read like
Art, man.
Yeah.
Rizzo, I've been a big fan for a long time, and he just doesn't seem to do enough lately.
perfect book.
Oh, because he just does mood and lighting better than anybody.
Mhm.
Anybody.
Yeah. And there wasn't a lot to this. They took over a post and
Yeah.
and then they stormed.
And yeah, if you're doing a military op at night, you don't need to do a million words. You don't need giant exposition
Yep.
fucking pages.
But you need good art to explain it, and they did that beautifully in this.
I think one of the main tells Bruce Campbell, writing difficulties maybe is it ends rather abruptly.
Yes.
Like with
Yes.
comics, generally you end on a really big, splash page or something, like Cap that we'll talk about later. Something really big in the whole page, but it's like it's just normal panels.
Yeah.
And then it just ends.
Yeah.
Which is it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just an observation.
Yeah, I get it, but for issue 4 or 6,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't mind it finishing like that because it's part of the story. It doesn't need that.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
need a big finish, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Most of the time they've got
You structure it
Pretty
change.
big issue of Captain.
It's fantastic.
Jesus.
Usually, there's like a cliffhanger or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to kind of hook you onto the next one.
Alright, Fomi. Next up. Was this the end of it?
Yeah, man.
Astronaut Down, number 5.
Thank
oh
you
man, I was going to buy the trade. I might never get that now.
Thank you
Oh, yeah.
so much for coming out.
What?
I can lend it to you.
Because they're bankrupt.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you so much for coming out. It is close to book of the week. Such a well done wrap up on this multiverse, multi-dimensional,
That's great.
cancer-ridden worlds. Cool, thank you at the end for the last couple of books. I read that we'll get to the other one later, but yeah, I was worried with Aftershock going bankrupt that we weren't going to see the end of this. I'm resigned to the fact I'm not going to see the end of or the rest of Samurai Doggy and a couple others, but I'm just glad to get this and Calculator. Man, we'll talk about that later. Awesome book, but yeah, if the trade doesn't come out, I'll lend you the issues, guys, because it's awesome. I don't want to say. Well, there's still a few issues left, so.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's the earlier issues.
No, I think we're-
they might have to do a bit of hunting there, but you can finish the story here and go back and get the rest later. But yeah, definitely recommend it. It's a really cool story, and if you like that multi-dimensional, multiple universes, using one theory to save another world, but without having to come back, it's just a really grim task that were done by these astronauts. It's such a cool story, so yeah, I'm glad to finish.
Alright, next up. Anybody read this? Fantastic Four, issue 3?
No.
This was probably the weakest yet, I thought. So this one's the Johnny. This series of FF starting with they're all separated. Something's going wrong. We don't know what exactly has happened, but they're all separated. So Johnny explains to us that New York heroes are still outlawed, technically, after the Kingpin stuff and Devil's
Oh,
Reign
with,
and stuff. No one seems to really do much with it, but that is the case.
Gotta say.
And then, no chance.
I know.
All the FF's assets are frozen, so he's
Yeah,
broke.
he's there.
So he's got to get a job, and he's got a secret identity. but every time he flames on, he's like dyes his hair, and he's grown a mustache, like a big handlebar mustache. But every time he flames on, the dye burns out. So every time he has to re-dye his hair. But he's just working at like a shop, like a shop mart sort of thing or whatever.
Okay.
And like he's late, so he gets sent back to work in the maintenance crew or whatever. But the boss is ripping him off, blah blah blah. So Johnny goes to fight him, and that messes up. And then so Johnny tries to unionize. It was interesting. It was fun, but the other two issues have been much better.
Okay.
The others had sort of like that Twilight Zone thing.
Like it was a sci-fi.
Yeah,
kinda-
this was just Johnny Storm.
Being Uncle Rico.
Yeah, it was weird.
Okay.
And he was like, man, no wonder Pete's life's always shit or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed it, but hopefully the next issue we can start finding out some plots, and we get the Fantastic Four together. Next up, big issue of Dark Knight of Steel, issue 9. Samantha's finally in this.
Yes.
Are we just going to spoilers?
Yeah, let's go for it.
I think we have to.
We'll just
Otherwise,
spoiler
Otherwise, what do
warning.
you talk about?
Spoiler warning.
Go for it, okay. I'll flick through all the other issues.
You want to flick through this one then, Jimmy?
Mm.
So, giant fight.
The previous issue ended with Lara,
Killing.
Hippolyta,
Yes.
like just lasering her in half
Yes.
in front of Wonder Woman and Supergirl.
This opens with Cal getting released from jail.
By was it
One of the
Cassandra?
Robins, yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the battlefield, and then someone shows. Oh, I'll let you say that because your favourite part. Talk about the bit on the battlefield. Come on, bud.
Batman just rocks up on a giant dragon, being really cool and being like, "Stop the battle!"
I'm Batman.
Yeah, and he's cool and he's got the dragon. It's,
Did his ponytail link in? Wrong. Sorry. Then you see the green idiot. Still don't like that character's too overpowered, but anyway.
Least interesting bit of the book.
it's
But then we see the turn with Lara and the reveal.
yeah, that was awesome.
That's such a cool reveal.
That page where she's like obviously come in and like punched her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's standing over her and she's like, "What are you?"
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we knew there'd been some doppelgangeriness
Yeah,
going on.
yeah,
and
for sure.
Oh, of course.
You hadn't
Well, and from what
really
second
put two and
issue
two
with
together. Why?
Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. You knew that was bullshit.
Yeah.
Even early on, because it's like a new version of Supergirl, you were still a little bit like that could be.
And she
Yes,
seems
yes,
she's
she's
and they,
harsher or
so it was
whatever.
written well
Yeah.
to make it feel like.
but and then Kal-El does something, and then someone
that
else
was the
does
fight
something.
with
with
bats.
Yeah.
To send him to the Kents. Your favourite bit.
Yes.
Stop reminding me.
Mind you, that Kents and the Titans bit was excellent.
Yeah, all that stuff
Yeah,
was
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And Constantine in this was really cool too.
He
with
was.
everything just being wrong. So he's
Yeah.
getting fed lines.
Yeah, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
John.
excellent. Yeah, great book.
So we're still not fans of Lex Luthor, Joker, Green Lantern.
Yeah, it's a bit.
It's just stupid. It's just too
And
overpowered.
it's also a nothing part of the book. I feel like really, like it's the least interesting.
If it was just like
And-
Sinestro or something,
Yeah.
it would be the same.
And it doesn't really make sense because I'm not a big Green Lantern reader, but why would the ring help him?
They're clearly doing something different with the ring.
Obviously, yeah, because it's helping literally, like telling him to flee and stuff
Yeah,
at the end when
it's-
shit's about to go down.
It's
So-
like conscious. It's not like a
beacon?
supercomputer
Oh, okay.
kind of thing.
Oh, and I could have handled it if it was just the Joker had a lantern ring.
Yeah. It's like an enchanted
It'd be
magical
like
ring or
fine.
something.
But then to throw the Lex part on top was just hat on a hat.
yeah.
Where did the dragon come from?
Well, that's Beast Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah, that was
that's cool.
fine. But it's just he just didn't like him coming out of the dragon.
Also,
It's a Beast Boy. It's fine. It works.
yeah,
No,
that's
it
cool.
works. He just hates his Batman doing it. He just,
Oh,
he,
fair
just
enough.
he, does, he
Okay,
wants to
okay.
see
Yeah.
Batman's dick get sucked.
Superman shows up in the battle, and then Batman shows up on a dragon, upstage him. Anyway,
DC Comics
What is it?
Dylan.
Look how many books there
right.
are.
That's right. I thought I got used to it, but I'm not.
No.
One of Amanda Waller's archers is like Deadshot.
Yeah.
Thought that was cool, but she calls him Wade.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
And for a second, I'm like, what's his name again? Oh yeah, it's Floyd.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Maybe it's supposed to be Deathstroke.
Is it intentional?
Yeah.
No, but
Deathstroke.
it's clearly Deadshot.
Yeah, without a doubt, Deadshot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Wade, not Slade.
Yeah.
So I don't know
He was Wade in the cartoons.
what.
Slade.
Slade.
Yeah.
It was Slade in Teen Titans. Right. Is that what you're talking
See,
about?
No,
that's
it was-
clearly Deadshot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly Deadshot.
You're talking about Teen Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Slade.
Yeah, no, Deathstroke.
Oh no,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah. But she calls him Wade. I was a bit confused by it. I don't know if that's just a mistake
I
or.
thought it was cool as Alfred too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that
cool.
was very
it was
interesting.
just out of nowhere reveal.
Yeah, because I was gonna get the trade of this, and this and
You definitely are
Vampires.
now, aren't you?
It's been good.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Well, considering who the villains are,
yeah.
I haven't seen them in ages.
Yeah.
I loved them when they first rocked
Yeah,
up in
yeah,
Justice
yeah.
League.
Yeah.
That was a great little twist on.
Well, that's
on
what,
them.
straight away in this one, it's just.
What was the DC comic movie that had them in it? Was there one?
Movie?
Yeah, like one of the
Animated movies.
animated films.
One of the
They were in
first-
Young Justice a lot. You ever watched Young Justice?
No.
Justice good.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the first Justice League cartoon movie?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen it.
The Justice League cartoon
pilot
series
year.
that was
Oh,
yeah.
the pilot.
The four
oh,
pilot
yeah,
that was
yeah,
it was
yeah.
them.
Oh, okay.
Worth watching.
I'm pretty sure it was them
Don't even remember that.
because that was based on the first four of the Graham Morrison
Ah.
Justice League run.
Okay, cool.
You know, I'm kind of liking this. Like, Ollie and Canary break out, and then
Oh,
Armory. He's like, I'm an archer. I got one arm. What am I supposed to do? She's like, crossbow, bitch. Oh,
yeah,
Good idea. Don't know if I'm going to reload it, but yeah, it's a really good idea.
Alright, Fomi. More Aftershock from the deathbed. Calculated, man. Also finishes with issue 4 of 4.
I don't know. I think I'm almost more happy with how this finished.
Oh, yeah?
Did you read this?
Nah.
Did you stop with this?
Yeah. After 2 issues, I'm like, I'll buy the trade.
Or? Okay, well, once again,
Yeah.
if it doesn't show its ugly little head, it is put together so well. Everything around this book. So he was a accountant for the mob, and he was a mathematical genius. He had everything planned out. He was being hunted by the FBI and trying to help them out, and then he got screwed over by the mob and was taking them all out. At the same time, he was having this. He told everyone he can't lie. He was having he met this chick on like a dating app, and they pretend like she pretend she was a stripper and she was with like doing dancing and stuff, and he would pretend. Well, he would say all the things that he was actually doing, pretending that were the things he was doing. And this is in this he goes through everything and tells her what the go was. And
I was really killing people.
yeah. That time where I told you I put my hand around his neck and like it shows him showing her when they're having sex in the shower. Yeah, I actually really did that. Sorry. So it's so well done. Again, I really hope the trade for this comes out because I can see them making. I reckon there's some really good one-season TV shows that could be made with some of the books in the last few years.
Well, I think that's one of the things that has caused potentially the demise of Aftershock. They were producing books to sell, to option.
Yeah.
And that's not, it's putting the cart before the horse.
100%. But at the same time, we still got some really good stories and some beautiful art. The art in this is really, really well done. I loved everything about
At first,
this
the
book.
art I thought was a little too cartoony for the source material, but it's not. It really fits.
It fits so well.
Because he's just goofy.
Yeah, Jack Beans. His name's Jack Beans, for Christ's sake. Even though I'll buy the trade for this if it does come
I
out.
think trades will come. It might be a while, and it might not be Aftershock. But if they're bankrupt, how do you sort that? You got to sell
It was some
your
shit.
assets.
Yeah.
So they'll just sell books off to publishers or whatever. And it depends how much ownership they have over a book or how much creator ownership there is and stuff that too. So,
Because there is a chance that could definitely continue.
The creators could just go somewhere else.
100%. Because that could definitely continue.
yeah, so I think their books, the good ones, we will see.
That's almost book of the week. Yeah.
that was
that
it?
Calculator Man.
Alrighty, probably not book of the week. Avengers 64. This was okay,
That's okay.
but just I don't care. To be honest,
Wow.
it's just a big fight, but it's a mess and the Stark stuff. I don't care.
Because we're just waiting for the new Avengers, aren't
We
we?
did see
The symbiote bit's the best bit.
Venomized young Thanos. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, young Thanos. What?
Yeah.
I thought that was just Black Skull or something.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of
Yeah.
the Black Skull, and the
Oh.
symbiote retreats and jumps onto young Thanos, and he just gets mad venomized.
Yeah, that was the best bit.
Yeah. I'm actually really glad because I've gone off Facebook now, and I used to be on this page called like the Venom Vault, and everything
See
Venom
everything.
stuff would come up early, so I'd always see the shit. That was a mad surprise this week, so I'm glad I'm off that shit now.
What's this destroyer dude?
It's funny, eh?
It's a red destroyer dude.
That's Killmonger.
Okay.
That's a Killmonger from a different universe that's got the Destroyer uniform.
Yeah. Like, it was not bad. It was just what like
It does look very just comic booky. Just...
yeah.
Oh,
Which
it is
I
funny
do
that, but it's
enjoy, but
there's already been plenty of that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the whole thing's been
yeah,
that, right?
exactly right. It's
60
been over the
issues?
top.
and because we're getting 2 issues now a month with Forever and this being the same storyline,
Yes, it's all.
it's just like I read this last week, and I'll read it again next week.
Yeah. I still enjoyed it.
But that's
Yeah, it is. There is a feast for the eyes. I will say that. Could have done a better artist.
yeah.
I could really have done with a better
Yeah.
artist, but yeah,
Absolutely.
Like Brian Edge.
Now, he said better.
we already copped that with the freaking Alpha.
Yeah.
He's not doing the whole final arc.
No. God damn it.
God.
All right, next
Make
up,
this Venom shit sloppier if he was trying to do that as well.
Gotham City Year 1, issue 4. It's still good, boys?
Oh, so good.
La, la, la,
Oh,
Oh, you haven't read this one?
la,
No,
la.
Do you see the end of it?
Yeah.
no, not
You
yet.
might want to see the end of that.
You might want some.
Didn't you tell him
About what?
the end of that?
Damn.
Nah.
Holy shit! Yeah, let's show him that now. It's about Gotham.
Because I hadn't looked at books the other day. It was late.
Yeah, since Fomi doesn't want any spoilers.
I don't care. She did.
Yeah, so it is definitely the
Of course.
yeah,
Mother knows.
and the cops sort of start beating him up, putting him in prison, try to, I guess, find out what he knows about it. He gets released. Wayne sort of pays his bail so he could beat him up instead of the cops.
That sounds like him.
He gets a visitor from
That's mine.
yeah. I don't know. I don't go too much into it, but the book continues to be great. It's a great little series. He's great, and he's talking. And whole narration is him talking to Batman in the modern day.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't know that. Like it's from the first issue, where he's an old man talking to Batman
I don't remember.
and
that.
telling the
That
story.
was like
of,
3 months ago. I read a lot of books, man.
I remember
No, the
that.
book is great. I really like this book.
Yeah.
It's so.
I love it so much. It's now on my standing order.
Yeah,
Good job.
I see. I see. I mean, more books for you, though. Approach, issue 3.
Yeah, but I really want Nitin to see the end of this book. This, I don't want to say it's paint by numbers. It almost feels a little repetitive, but that's just because
a little
pages.
repetitive?
There's a printing error and pages are repeated. But no, I really enjoy it. It is a creepy little story about a snowed-in airport where a plane that had been missing for 27 years lands, and this thing-like creature comes out and just starts consuming people. And now we've got a creepy old woman, like a really creepy old woman that's got some shit to do with it. Issue 3 or 5, fun ride, things like style of book, and yeah, I don't know where it's going, but too many people on Oxycontins, I'll tell you that. But that's just America. Yeah, enjoy the ride for the approach. It's been a good little independent book.
Yeah, it just looks cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a good look, and even though some of those pages, even though they are repeated, they deserve repeating because there's some really
Oh,
nice,
man.
really
Some good
nice
monstery
art.
sort of
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, and the monster looks really cool.
Yeah, body horror sort
Yeah.
of stuff going on there. Nitin's still looking at Avengers, so we'll move on. Planet Hulk World Breaker number 3. Yeah, okay. We're starting to get going in this a bit now.
I'm
Right
not
about-
feeling it.
No, me neither at all.
No. Well,
There's nothing to feel.
Yeah, I know, but
They're not doing anything.
No, but with these,
It's
like
just a
return to and stuff, like if they
always
revisit
just
it,
catch
they
cows.
yeah.
Oh, bloody hell, and it is. It's just a paint by numbers. This one is a paint by numbers where, okay, it's issue 3 now.
yeah.
Korg. Like, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
just stepping through.
So Maestro was good, right? The first one.
I know, it's different. This is different. This is Pac. This is David.
Yeah, but it's still like a flashback
Yeah,
going
yeah.
back to something.
no, my,
Kind of-
it's just all on.
This is the future.
This is,
Oh, that's
this is
right,
future.
that's
It's like 1,000 years in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In an alternate world, I think.
It has to be. Because they're all...
It's comic books. All futures are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because they're all there. Jen's there.
Yeah.
Jen was powering the city, and she's just
It's not a bad
Stops.
book. It's just
No, it's just there.
I'm just like,
Yeah, it's doing-
Alright, I'll finish it. But,
Yeah.
it's just like Pax Chow run
Yeah.
at the end. Pax Chow Hulk run. Everything
I-
else is great.
I
Herc
want
and
to
stuff, beautiful.
Read Greg Pak Hulk on Scar with Gladiator Hulk and stuff. That thing was great, but
Because, like, yeah, when he did Tell You Awesome Hulk, that was not great.
No,
When he
That's what I'm
did
getting at, that's
Weapon
the-
H, that was not that great.
Was not
And I
great.
bought them all because, it's packed with some Hulk stuff. Like, he had an excellent 2-3 year run on Hulk and Herc. And, like, that's why they keep going back to him. But, yeah, you got those writers that they just peak early.
this cover though.
My goodness.
Oh, I just realised you're Jeff Loeb Hulk. Where?
I'd rather this than Jeff Loeb Hulk.
No, so would I, but it looked prettier.
Yes. Dylan, you read this?
Yes, I did.
Action 1050. What do you think?
Very beautiful variant cover we got there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is leading into the new Superman #1,
Yeah.
the new Superman John Kent mini, and the new Action comics that is starting next issue. Quite a bit happens in this.
Yeah, I read this.
Oh, you read it?
Yeah.
Cool. I guess spoilers we're
Yeah.
talking about. Superman gets his secret identity back in a really weird way because Lex does it.
on purpose.
Yeah.
Why?
Batman says, "Oh, it's because he doesn't want anyone to think Superman's human or something." Whatever, just.
Yeah.
It's one of those like rip the band-aid off. Just do it.
Yeah, it's like okay,
We
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
get that genie in that bottle. We
Exactly.
will-
Yeah.
However-
Just sitting there,
Yeah,
whatever.
just this is it.
Yeah. Lex gets Manchester Black, psychic British guy.
Sounds like a porn star.
I like Manchester Black. You don't see enough of him.
You won't be seeing much more.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lex rigs him up to some tech and then uses his psychic powers to kind of wipe everyone's memory that Clark Kent is Superman. But also, if you find out, you're going to have a stroke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Like everybody.
there's some people who have been exempt, like Justice League. This is
Oh,
more,
yeah, it's so bullshit.
yeah, more of that comic
It's
book just
excellent.
Oh, so,
bullshit.
okay.
Oh, the Justice League has mental defenses. Fucking
What about
Martian
Lois?
Manhunter?
About Lois and John?
They were in a little shield dome
Yeah, because at the
at
Kent
the,
farm.
At the Kent farm.
So,
they're okay.
Pa, Lois and the kid.
Yeah. All the
Does that
superheroes.
include Lex though? Or
Lex
does
knows still.
So Lex still knows.
Yeah, he
but-
still calls him Clark.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of my favourite bits.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
excellent. But Perry was not immune.
Yeah. So he was coming to dinner, and they acted like he already knew. So and then Perry finds out, and then he has a stroke and he freaking collapses. And they take him to the hospital.
What do you mean? He
Yeah.
just collapses. His brain just explodes.
It's so bizarre.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Philip Kennedy Johnson, right? He's what I've read of his really good stuff. I feel like this is kind of like he's been given a to-do list.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, do this.
We need to get.
And he's like, okay.
We need to get.
Change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Change. Yeah.
Because the Superman, it was stupid. You know what I mean? Like some characters you can get away
Go
with
public?
going.
Yeah.
But because Clark, the whole thing with Superman is it's just them and then not understanding Superman
Yeah.
from top down a lot.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, we're gonna make him the alien. We're gonna make him this. He's just Clark Kent is the person.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to have them different, the best bit was like, in it was Batman was like, yeah, I'm glad it's good. Like, don't you feel isn't it bullshit? It's an amazing journalist like Lois now is just Superman's fucking wife.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I didn't think that would be the case. And it was like, cool. Like, yeah, it was definitely just we're fixing it. Shut up.
Whose art's that?
He was on Spidey, wasn't he? Like that really ugly issue of Spidey.
I thought so.
Some of the action looks okay, but
The faces are a
Just the
bit
faces,
different.
yeah.
yes.
It's a bit corn.
I like that Lex
She-
spacesuit thing.
It's a bit on the nose for me, I think.
Why? Because it's
Because it says
Exactly shit Otley.
Yeah.
It says freaking
Like,
Lex
especially
on
that
him.
man.
oh, he's got it written on there.
Yeah, did you see it?
There's an E on the
No, it says Lex.
Yes.
yeah, but the E's on the buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah, L-E-X.
Yeah, I was like,
He's like a fucking wrestler.
Lex Luger.
Well, I liked he made his own like Jimmy Olsen signal ring, signal watch.
Yeah.
Signal watch. So that was like why hadn't that been done before? It's like that bloody Olsen kid. I realised he had one of them. I'll make him a better one.
Oh, interesting last page.
Yeah. Okay, so that's like the first setup for Superman, and then it sets up just a couple pages set up the John Kent.
That one's like
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So someone is traveling around the multiverse and killing Clark Kent's. Right.
Can only be one.
Did you leave him?
This sounds
Rick and Morty's
awfully
already done that.
familiar, yeah.
And the solicit for
Yeah, Jet Li like 20 years ago.
for the John miniseries, it's him versus Ultraman finally. So I guess that's who's doing it. And
Superman C-137. Cool.
the whole Ultraman thing had been set up by Bendis and then just tossed over shoulder, and everyone forgot about it because he was trapped on Earth 3 for I think like almost 10 years by Ultraman, and he comes back home and his dad looks exactly like the dude who tortured him, and everything's fine. Don't mention it. He's not messed up or anything. It's all good. So that was dumb.
Yeah.
So yeah, that looks cool. And then the last thing is teasing the Metallo stuff in action, where Metallo is now. It's the first time in a long time, right? He's actually in like a Terminator body. It's got like fake tissue on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because for ages he'd just been a giant robot.
Yeah. Which is a bit boring.
Yeah. Like it's cool at first, big fights and stuff, but since before New 52 he's been like that.
I'd much rather see him fight and he gets terminated up.
Yeah,
Like, and you see
yeah.
more of the metal, and that's way cooler.
And I don't know, like if there's advanced technology and Clark can't see through him and he can't tell that he's a robot, that would be interesting, and see where that goes.
So is Superman Clark, he got more powers now after World War? What's the deal with
That's
that?
right. Yeah, I was gonna. He's got a new
What's the deal
power.
with that?
Okay, first of all, I don't. This is something I really didn't like about it. He can transcend space-time.
What do you mean?
So Lex opens a portal
Okay, Doctor Who.
and then sends him through the portal to get rid of him.
done
And then he's like, haha, you sucked in,
Yeah.
Superman.
I've done that before.
Should have done this to you ages ago. And then Superman just pops back, and there's some throwaway line about, space and time can't hold me back anymore. And then he touches Lex's armor, and it just disassembles itself.
Oh, is that what that page is?
Yeah.
I thought he beat the shit out of it. Okay, cool.
And there's like red electricity going around everywhere. What the
Yeah.
the
I was
fuck
like,
is this?
It's all about setting settings.
Because last time they tried to give him new powers, that worked out real well and was used a lot.
That was the solar flare, right? So he could, basically just explode with
Oh, you can
solar energy.
Johnny Storm. Cool.
Yeah. I didn't mind that.
Name, which was Supernova.
I didn't mind that much. It just wasn't used very often.
Yeah, well, but because he doesn't need more powers.
No, he doesn't.
It is also one of the problems you've already got with him. He's very powerful. That means it's hard.
Yes.
But
To
he
write
can take a
good
couple
stories.
away.
Yes, right. Not just I will give him more. I was like, why does he have to fly to wherever to save them from an earthquake if he can just blink
in
there
and
even faster now?
Don't know.
Flash is never gonna beat him.
Yeah,
Unless he's 12 years old.
it was. That was stupid. That was really
Yeah,
stupid.
okay, cool. That wasn't
Like,
just me. I
what
was like,
was it?
what is this?
Who was writing that when they gave him another power? Was that Bendis?
The solar flare?
Yeah.
Oh, who wrote that?
Was it a
That's
while
Snyder?
ago?
No, that was when Romita was doing art. So who wrote that? Can't remember. It was New 52.
Oh, is it Gene?
Oh yeah,
Gene Yang?
Yang? Yeah. Because he did the solar flare and then he lost his powers,
Yeah.
and then he had the buzz cut and the t-shirt.
Yeah, we're gonna walk the earth for the third time in 5 years.
Yeah, that was.
I've seen Kung Fu Man.
Like Forrest.
And then eventually he just started using the solar flare, not losing his powers because people didn't really care.
Now, that solar flare would have been
asked.
good because if he used it and used up all the solar battery,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and like, didn't have powers for like a
Yes,
week or
you've
something.
got to recharge,
yeah.
and then
That would've been
then
fine,
you get
but-
drama there. Then
Like,
you
But not
can't
like
do
lose your
stuff.
powers completely.
Yeah, 100%.
Like in Wall-E, where he has to get the recharge.
Yeah.
What's next?
Detective Comics.
I love this book.
1067. Was it good? I didn't read this.
Did you read it?
Nah. Too many books this week, man.
Are we close to a trade?
Because
they'll
hardcover
hardcover first.
will come out in 5 months,
Bastards.
and then the trade, who knows?
Lost me. End?
Yes.
Good?
Oh yeah.
You're the only one that
and-
read it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, continues the story of the Organs. They torn down Arkham. They're building a new sort of
Arkham.
no, like a new sort of community center hub. Sort of, just trying to do better for the community.
Yeah.
But they're also destroying the Narrows and want to bite it off the Waynes. And well, they do sort of use magic powers to fucking it's magic bullshit. There was a cool bit in there with Batman and Mr. Freeze, where Freeze is just like, just leave me alone. I know you're not a bad dude. You care for Batman like I cared for Nora. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I've sort of not let her go, but you know what I mean?
It's time to move on. A bit.
Yes, maybe you should just leave Gotham alone.
Yep.
Let Gotham go. That was cool. And then the backup with the Two-Face and his demon and shit. That is
Dude, that
great
art
part.
is
Yeah.
it's like a Romita / early 90s image. Oh, sorry, like early mid 90s image. It's really cool.
Yeah. I love this book. Ramvi's doing great work on Detective. Yeah, it's cool.
Fair enough. All right, next up, Captain America #8. Fantastic as usual.
Yes.
Tell us all about it, Dylan.
Okay, so we've been talking on this podcast about who the mysterious final star point is. Spoilers. We find out that it is MODOK
Yes.
with a C, not to be confused with MODOK with a K.
What's the C stand?
Yeah,
Control. Mental organism designed only for control.
and
Interesting
a
stuff.
little bit of a different looking MODOK
Yeah. He's got big boy
to
arms.
kind of match a movie that's coming out soon.
Oh yeah.
Did you not think that straight away when you saw it?
Not really.
It's just what they do, bro.
That's what they do, bro.
But it was cool.
Yeah, so the last issue was a bit of a cliffhanger. Cap and all of his new friends, not new friends, old friends,
Old friends.
in a new group,
Yeah, it's like Cocoon.
got separated. They woke up in the middle of nowhere. And then AIM has taken over New York City.
Yeah.
And this is them kind of getting back together and finding out what happened in all that missing time that they had.
How much missing time? Like, how long has it been?
remember.
It's like
I think it was mentioned in the last
it's.
issue.
I think it's like a day or 5 days or something, or because the robot says in there
Oh,
redacted.
that's right. Yeah. Couple hundred hours.
Yeah. Because I think Fury's like, it's 4 days or whatever, and redacted.
Couple of hundred hours, like 2 weeks or something.
Oh,
2-3 weeks.
whatever. It's irrelevant.
Maybe 100 then. Maybe not a couple.
138, I think, actually. What's that? Anyway,
If only we all had calculators in our pockets.
If only we
If only we had that, school teachers.
had calculators at a shop
yeah, I don't know where they are.
over there.
Are they?
God, here we go.
Continue.
Okay, so they need help to find out what's going on in their brains psychically. So, Steve calls in a favor from Emma Frost, and Emma Frost shows up and goes into their brains.
Well, not all of their brains.
Oh yeah, Peggy.
Yeah.
Peggy don't want it.
Yeah, of course she doesn't. Because she's suspect.
Yes, very.
And
They
she
don't,
should be
yeah,
dead.
and they don't know that she's a star point yet. Yeah, that's right.
She's what?
She got what?
She's one of the
She's
star
one of the star
points of the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of the star. Yeah. Of the,
So they find out that it's this new MODOK with a C, and Cap decides that there needs to be a new team to infiltrate New York and liberate it from AIM.
Those
And-
2 pages of the MODOK where it's all red and blue, that's 2 good pages of art.
Yeah,
She's
man,
excellent.
killing it, absolutely killing it every issue.
My favourite is the kid punching goddamn AIM dude.
Yeah, that was
that
great.
beekeeper.
Because that's been building up
Yeah.
since like issue 1 or
Yeah,
issue 2.
yeah. And then the friends come to help Steve. And that was all good.
And the last page is cool.
Mm.
It's got a new team of invaders.
Yeah. Destroyer.
His golden age.
Mm.
He's looking pretty good for what, 80-year-old guy?
Yes. Yeah. 90 at least, wouldn't
Yeah.
he?
what do you think of that?
I mean,
Yeah.
What's that?
Captain Britain. But
Oh,
that's
okay.
it.
Yeah, no, great
It's
book.
cool. It's obviously build up to 6 and 6 went
Yeah.
through the roof, and this is building up again to the next high point. I can feel.
Yes. No, the book's just excellent. Just even the Emma Frost thing, like how catty she is, how iffy some of them are, like, you know, straight away Peggy, like, I don't want these genetic supremacists or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like, some cool interactions.
Oh, and how Steve calls her.
Yes. Oh,
So,
right.
okay, so yeah, they're like, oh, do anybody know any psychic people? And the Destroyer's like, oh, I knew some ages ago, but I don't know if
They're all dead.
Yeah, they're all dead. Steve, and then Steve's like, I met someone at the gala. and then Sharon's like, hey, you don't have to be a monk when I'm not around. Like, well, what's going on? He's like, okay, let me just. And there's a panel where he kind of face palms.
Yes.
And he thinks to himself, mummy. And then she shows up.
She's the best. When people write Emma Gray, she's excellent. She's because there's a fine line that sometimes she's just too.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you get her cattiness perfect and her, you're like,
Just the page before she. The
Just
big
see
splash
Steve
of
being
hair.
so like, oh god, do I really-
embarrassed.
Yeah.
Embarrassed and ashamed.
Dominatrix boy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Fair enough. Emma Frost.
Yeah, it's true.
Alrighty, gentlemen. I'm not sure who read this. Wonder Woman, Historia,
Three.
Amazon's book 3.
Yeah, that's my book of the week. Freaking 2 years. It took
Is
to
it
come.
really 2 years?
I'm pretty sure it's like two. I think the first one was like tail end of 2021.
Wow.
And this one's, is it Scott?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nicola Scott. Yeah, it continues, like, finishes off the story of how the Amazons went to Themyscira and their war with Zeus and his boys.
Yeah, and very interesting, like, new take on it as
Yes, with the Heracles stuff.
well. Heracles. I
Yeah.
do appreciate that it's Heracles and not
Yes,
Hercules.
Yes.
It's always just freaking Hercules.
Yeah,
I don't understand why this took so long, though.
because of the art, man.
Yeah, I know, but
It just detailed art. It takes a while.
not that long, man.
Yeah,
Because
I
this is the least detailed of the 3 issues. Each issue was a different artist.
Yeah.
I can understand it taking all long if it was all, you know, Junez did the whole book
Yeah.
in or whatever. But, like, she should have been working on it when he started working on it.
It depends on when she got the script.
Yeah, no, but I don't know.
Ah.
I don't think it's detailed enough for that long, personally.
It's
Okay.
it's pretty, but it's the least of the 3.
And a lot of the pages are fuzzy.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Filtered.
filtered or just low res scan or something. I don't know what's going on, but there are a couple pages where it's just
Hey,
crystal clear, so it
not like-
sticks out.
Yeah.
DC make books and stuff.
No.
Just give them a chance.
Yeah, I thought that was
You
weird.
think out of everything, that'd be the one thing that would be perfect.
I think there was a few Marvel books
How'd
this
that
week
look?
that were a bit...
Yeah.
Joe Fixit, I thought that was very...
Ah.
Yeah, it could just be the
I
printing.
thought that looked good because it looked
No,
old
like,
school.
mainly
though.
the dialogue is
I don't think
bubbles
it's.
and...
I don't think it's the printing because the speech bubbles and the lettering is fine.
Yeah, okay.
That's really clear. I
Interesting.
don't know if you guys can.
Yeah,
but,
no, well, I thought you could kind of see it with this baby one.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll just have
Yeah. Okay.
have a look.
Yeah, go for it. buddy.
So what? Like, could be because the like lettering goes on after sometimes.
Isn't that what you just said?
Not like
The lettering and stuff would look fine.
No, but he's saying when it printed out, it was probably like a bad print or whatever.
Yeah, it happens.
The book is great. Is finished. Is great now.
Hardcover
I
cover.
might
Yeah, you can kind of see there. It's a bit
get the
fuzzy.
hardcover too.
Like it's hard.
'Cause-
It's a bit subtle.
Like all the art,
Yeah.
all the art styles were great. I was
I think it's more
hoping
the,
Phil Jimenez would have done the whole
Yeah.
thing, but whatever.
It's the resolution.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like Gene Hart was
faded.
great too, and I like Nicholas Scott art anyway,
Yeah.
so I wasn't that disappointed with it. But yeah, it's a great take on Hippolyta and how the Amazons and what she sort of
The triangle
had to
and
sacrifice for the Amazons to survive.
Yeah, very interesting.
Mm.
Like, they're in this. They're for what they've done for their transgressions against Zeus. They're imprisoned on the island, right? Because they're warriors. So if they died, that would have been what they wanted, like
Yeah.
heroic deaths and stuff. But nah, you're forced to live for eternity on this island like Prometheus and,
Yeah.
and the Rock and stuff. That was very interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like the series.
Yeah, me too.
Dwayne Johnson.
Because it had the like a great. It just felt like a Greek myth,
Yes, very much.
and I can't remember the last time
And-
I read a Wonder Woman book that felt like that.
And Zeus was a gigantic dick, like he freaking should
Yes.
be. Like sometimes when you get Zeus, he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
This is a complete
Yes.
fucking penis. Because he is in the Greek myths. Like basically, the Greek gods. The point of Greek life was never to get the attention of the gods. That's what you didn't
Yeah.
want. Because they were just dicks and assholes.
Yeah. Because what happened to Medusa was like, was it Athena or someone who was jealous of her or something? And then was it Athena? I can't remember. Athena was jealous of Medusa and was like, "You're too pretty." Snake.
Yeah.
Snake monster.
Yeah.
Right.
No man can look at you. If they look at you, they get turned into.
Well, that was sort of the theme throughout the entire series of this, how women were just treated like shit by everyone in society in general. Even the gods and other women.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it was a damn good series.
Andrew Tate wrote this.
Not that bad. I don't know. It was a great book.
It was,
Yeah, I
from
love
what I looked at it looked very, very pretty. I say that one probably looks the least pretty of the three I saw, but yeah, the hardcover
Yeah.
might be worth getting because the story itself does seem really cool.
And it's just so cool, so interesting. 7 different Amazon tribes. They all look amazing. They all look distinct.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see more. Why isn't this? I want this to be canon. That's how good it is.
Yeah.
So it's not canon?
No, it's
Black Label.
Black Label.
It's not.
Yeah, I know, but like,
Black Label's not canon.
Black Label couples.
but with a name like Historia, you know, you'd think it'll be like.
Def Leppard.
It's Hysteria.
Close enough.
No.
Yeah, it was. It worked enough for the joke. 2 people laughed.
I liked it.
That's all I needed.
You read anything else, Dylan?
no, I don't think so.
David?
No.
Nitin? Vums?
Yes.
What'd you read?
Heaps of shit.
Oh, here we go.
I caught up on Spidey from last week, which was good. I read Plush, which was really good as well. Freaking Miracle Man.
Oh,
Holy hell, that book. I know you spoke about it last week, but...
Miracle Man?
Yeah, man.
yeah, that's a great issue.
What else did I read? I read the trade for Plastic, which was plush and
Yep.
vinyl, and the hardcover for Man Who Fell to Earth. I finished that, the David Bowie movie. It's essentially just...
Miracle Man.
Huh?
Keep going. I was thinking of...
Oh, you were thinking
Mr.
of Mr.
Miracle.
Miracle? Second conversation I had in 2 weeks about someone talking about that. I'm like, Miracle Man? What? He's like, oh, no, sorry, Mr. Miracle. I'm like, okay, I have no idea what you're talking about then.
Let's drink it.
Laney. Yeah, that Man Who Fell to Earth was a really cool story. I'm actually keen to watch the movie, but from what I looked at the back of the book and from the trailer, it was almost just a direct copy, so I don't think I need to watch the movie, but it was really...
Or at least a while, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
Let it get out.
But yeah, keen to watch it one day. But that was about it.
Cool. Okay. Okay, from Marvel Comics, we got an announcement that Kelly and Lanzig are taking over on Guardians of the Galaxy. Who was the artist?
Kev Walker.
Kev Walker, that's right. So it's like a space western-y kind of flavor.
I mean, that's just the cover. It may not be.
Yeah.
Well,
Didn't
they say it?
the writing
Right.
was...
Oh, is it? So
Yeah,
it's just...
that's sort of what they're going for.
Yeah, a bit of a Star Trek kind of tone to the write-up as well, I felt.
Yeah, looks good. Like, just that one shot of Star-Lord sort of, doing his best Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
looks
just
cool.
like it's fresh.
Yeah.
Right? Because Guardians has just been the space book.
Yeah.
Like just a boring space book.
And
for
because all they've
how long?
done is just try to replicate the movie
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
a decade now, and it doesn't translate the same.
Yeah,
I'll give it a shot.
I'll definitely check it out. I'll be intrigued on what Kev Walker does with it because his art can be hit and miss.
Very much so. Some stuff looks amazing.
Depending on the book, yeah. And it is, obviously, most people are going to say what he said anyway, but he's saying how much he's wanted to be on Guardians for a while and stuff, so I'd be intrigued what he brings to it. But, yeah, that cover was not him, so...
Yeah,
That was
Chichetto?
Yeah, Chichetto, so that looked awesome, but I don't know what we're going to get inside.
Good job, Dave.
Thank you.
Great ad.
Okay, couple trailers came out this week. We'll start with Evil Dead Rise.
Yes.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced. I'll watch it, but I don't know.
None of us. Yeah, go.
I was gonna say I'm gonna hold back all opinion on this movie till I actually watch it, based on the last Evil Dead movie where I shit on it when I was watching trailers, and I watched the movie. I'm like, holy shit, this movie is the greatest fucking movie ever. Had nothing to do in San Francisco, so me and my brother went to watch a movie because there is nothing to do in San Francisco, and we watched this, and I'm like, holy shit, this movie rules.
And then we never got a cinema release locally.
What? Really?
No,
I don't even.
Sucks to be here.
They had posters up, and then the posters disappeared from the cinemas.
Was
The
that
movie never
COVID
came.
or?
No,
No.
man, it was like 2013.
Obviously, it
Oh,
didn't
okay.
probably do
Yeah.
gangbusters over there,
England
and
should have seen it twice in America, is what they're saying.
Heh.
Why get a release over here?
but it was fantastic. But this one, you're saying when we watched the trailer, I was like, oh, just a bit. I don't need this, but it looks good. There's
It looks
cool
like
scenes.
it looks violent as the last
Yeah.
one, which I was surprised.
Oh, that last one may have been the most bloodiest movie I ever watched.
Oh, fucking blood rain,
Yeah.
fighting in raining blood.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it looks. It might be good.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be bad. It'll be at least like, that was okay.
Yeah,
Right?
it's violent enough.
Yeah. You get your gore fetish going.
Yeah.
Do you have a date?
No.
No.
I don't know. I didn't,
Yeah,
I don't
I
even
see
think
one.
date.
Cool.
Okay. Next up was Renfield, starring Nicolas Cage as Dracula.
Yeah, I don't think I'll watch
Damn
it.
straight.
Oh, that was Nicolas Cage.
You couldn't tell?
I thought it was Sacha Baron Cohen for a sec.
You know what? You know, we don't see
When he
much
first
of the
goes
trailer.
in, it's like, oh, maybe.
Yeah, no.
No, when he first
I
goes
get-
in,
I
it's
get, I
like
get you.
you can see it.
The voice.
Mm.
You can't tell, like, instantly.
Yeah.
Before I see him, I hear him.
Oh, I get it. Let you say it. I just don't agree with you. Weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, I just.
Like you said before the pod, it's a little bit like
I want to go.
shit or get off the pot. Like go hard, go full comedy, or go full the other way. Like you're teetering.
Yeah, I won't watch it in the cinema. I don't know if this will
God.
even get a cinema release here, but
What?
I'll watch it just on streaming one day.
No, watch
I'm
it.
not spending 20 bucks.
Yeah, for sure.
So if it was Sacha Baron Cohen, it probably would be towards that comedy.
But that's what I think. I think they're going
Yeah.
too much towards the comedy where
Okay.
I don't think. I think for this, like, if you have a look at the action scenes in it, they're trying to
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
Yeah.
It- They're trying to be something that it's not.
Reminds
But
me of the Dictator fight scenes. Have you seen those? Have you seen the Dictator?
yes, I've seen the dictator.
Yeah.
That's shit.
You really want this
Oh,
to be
yeah.
Sasha, don't you? Yeah, like same. I'll check it out, but yeah, it won't get released in the movies.
Okay.
John Wick 4 trailer 2 came out.
Oh, yeah.
Did
Oh,
you watch
yeah.
it? Anyone watch that?
Really?
Yeah, watch that.
Oh no, I didn't.
I posted it
Yeah.
after the. Anyway, it looks fucking great. I love these movies.
I would say again, I'm like, when's enough enough?
Hopefully this one.
27.
I can't remember if I finished the
But
first one.
they've been all popular, and I've just loved this ridiculousness of them.
Yeah, I know, but you know.
Like in this one, he has to fight through Paris to get the top of the Eiffel Tower to have a duel with somebody. I don't know. They're just ridiculous action movies, and I love them.
Well, I've never watched Expendables, and I think I need to watch the Expendables movies. 'Cause-
The first one's alright.
Yeah, at least the first one.
Yeah, first one was-
Yeah, and at the time it was so like, what?
And then they milked the shit out of it.
all
But,
Like everything. Like,
but it was diminishing returns on the Expendables. These ones I didn't feel like.
No, these are all still the same
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
But you're like, I don't know. It's a bit like, I don't know. It just feels a bit.
I just want to go back to comics for one sec. I don't think it was this week's, but it was last week. It's just a complaint I had in the Marvel comic, though. Did the old go back to see
Yeah.
issue 347? And instead of just leaving it at that, it was on the Marvel app.
Of course.
Yeah,
Like, if you're going to write that much, maybe go, or your local comic shop. Like, isn't that where it all
no,
started?
because
Where
it's a
your
super
money...
old issue, it won't be in shops.
Yeah, hey, you can't get that in the shop generally.
You go hunting there. That's...
What book was it? Because I remember I was seeing it on there, but it was like it was a really
It was
old
Hulk.
issue.
I think it might have been Hulk, actually. There's Hulk 3... Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was in Joe Fix, but yeah, because like those issues, you can't find them in the shop.
Well, you can.
Like maybe a trade, but not single issues. No one's gonna have back
Yeah,
issues going
available
back.
on the Marvel Unlimited app. Will.
No, don't get me wrong. They want to kill us.
Oh man, sorry, it just really hurt my feelings when I saw it. Like Not only just strong.
Like if it was a recent issue, I'd have a problem with it. But if it's like an old issue from like the 80s, it's like
No, but
You're not really
people
gonna
buy
find
physical.
it.
They shouldn't be trying to steal my customers.
Yeah, that's what I. That's,
Just put the
just 347. 347.
That's right.
Don't add that other little bit.
Yes. It's because they would love to kill us off. Short-sightedness, because they'd be dead in 5 years.
100% they would. Anyway, it annoyed me and I wanted to bring it up. I forgot to earlier. Sorry.
Reprint more trades, Marvel.
You watched this movie a couple weeks ago, I think, and then we watched it this week.
Yes.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio on Netflix.
Admittedly, I watched 2/3. I fell asleep in the middle.
15 years in the making.
Really?
I mean, stop motion.
Stop motion.
It takes
The
a
whole
while.
story
Yes.
and everything that came around. Yeah.
It looked incredible.
It
I'll
looked
say that.
amazing. Ewan McGregor, great. Like his voiceover is brilliant. As I said, it was the best thing I saw him in last year.
The last time I heard him do voiceover was in Beauty and the Beast, and that was horrible.
What was that in? What, the real action? The live action?
The live action one, he was a
Was
French candlestick, and his French accent was horrible.
God, I've really erased that movie from my brain. Excellent.
Who does Ewan play in this?
Jiminy Cricket.
Okay.
Jimmy Cricket.
Sebastian J. Cricket, thank you very much.
Yes.
It was good. I liked it. It was dark.
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 The ending, man. What is this? So like, the whole
Don't spoil it for Joe.
No, I seen the ending.
and I've told him
Missed a little
already.
bit.
I told him already anyway. So, Pinocchio, his quest to turn into a real boy. In this movie, it is the quest for mortality because he can't die. He turns into a real boy in the end. The Blue Fairy gives him the ability to die. And after that, Geppetto dies. And then this other monkey friend that he made dies. And he buries him next to the kid that Geppetto lost that kind of spurred him to create Pinocchio in the first place. So the three of them are buried on a hill. Pinocchio walks off into the sunset.
Can I say, I started yelling at the TV when the whole movie is narrated by the cricket.
Mm-hmm.
And then he dies.
Yeah.
And he's
Oh,
telling
yeah.
us about
Yeah.
him dying.
Thank you.
He's like, he found me on the windowsill one morning and popped me in a goddamn matchbox and put him in his heart.
I don't remember.
What? How are you telling me this? You're fucking
I
dead!
didn't even think about that.
I remember.
It's fairy tales, bro.
Wow, it did my head in.
Yeah.
Fuck, it did my head in. I was like, that's some piss poor
He's
idea.
talking to those rabbits in hell or whatever.
Yeah,
that is.
In
yeah.
Purgatory, yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah,
Because that was Tim Blake Nelson, the Rabbits.
Oh, that was creepy.
How good was the voice acting cast?
yeah.
Holy hell.
Fascist Ron Perlman was fantastic.
So is this a sequel to Pinocchio?
No, it's just
No.
the
So he'd
Pinocchio
be-
story.
It's his take on the Pinocchio story.
Okay, so yeah,
Italy
he
and-
becomes a boy, but he can't die. Like in the beginning?
In the beginning, he can't die
He
because
dies
he's a puppet.
Yeah, because he's a puppet, and he goes to death and speaks to death, and it's dark as shit. It's
But then he can die, but everyone else dies?
Well, he...
Or he will die?
no, they
He-
give him
he-
the ability to
yeah.
die.
Yeah,
He-
so he
he's-
can die.
Yes. And he does, and it's supposed to be final death, but then,
The blue.
yeah, it comes
like-
back because he needs to save Geppetto. So, he comes back one last time, and then he dies, but then
Everyone else
the
dies.
cricket's got his wish, so his wish is to bring the kid back to life.
Okay.
I hope you're not going to watch it now.
But admittedly, what's more real than death, right? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
But
It was an interesting
bleak.
read. Yeah.
it's bloody bleak.
Del Toro.
Yeah, or just the start of the kid, like the real kid, Carlo and stuff.
Man.
Man.
The
Yeah.
way that he dies.
Died
Yeah.
Bombing.
during World War One.
Well, it was an accidental. What is it supposed to
Well,
be?
not a target,
Town.
Yeah.
just dropping
Yeah.
the payload
Dropping the payload to make the flight home lighter
on a church.
on a church that he was in. Yeah, it was really sad.
Yeah.
Then the monkey was excellent. That whole what's his name from the Jew Hunter in Inglorious?
Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz. He was the carnival dude.
Oh.
Yeah. Just yeah. Very well done. Very sad. Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole army bit and the sun was
Wick?
Candlewick. Holy moly!
I don't want a sad Pinocchio movie.
Like, it should be a little bittersweet or something, right? But not
It's
like
not.
bitter.
It is-
Because did you see one's got its darknesses for sure, but this is very.
Fish was cool, but not the whale, but it was the weird ass fish. That was cool.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a dogfish. It's not a whale. Whale is sort of Disney edition.
Well, this is a dogfish then, because it's gross. It's cool.
There's a bit too much auto-tune on the songs for my liking.
Well, I just don't think it needs songs at all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How many songs?
Too many fucking songs,
Wasn't it?
man.
Maybe a handful.
Picked
Maybe
his
2 or
like
3?
Yeah.
Nah, like 5 or 6
Yeah?
altogether.
Okay.
But I didn't expect, like, when the first one starts, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
This does not need this.
Yep.
Aren't you trying to be...
Yep.
You want to be different to the Disney one, right? Like,
And I hate
because that's what people... Yeah, some people don't know there's anything other than that, right? But yeah,
it. Almost got
why?
flicked. It almost did. I'm like, no, I'm going to persevere because I can see the skill and talent's going into this. I just need to look
And
past
like, yeah,
the
there wasn't a
fucking
lot of
songs.
them, but every time I'll just be like, what is
Why?
this for? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just auto-tune to the max, so
Yeah.
it's difficult to listen to.
He was a bit annoying too. He was a good young actor. It was one of his first roles, but he's a little bit annoying too. The Pinocchio kid. Yeah, it's a fun movie, but yeah, it was just the whole singing and dancing and the song he sings for what's his name, for Mussolini. And,
Mussolini.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did not expect to see freaking Benito Mussolini in this movie.
no, and yeah, there's almost more Z Hales in this than there is in the movie we're about to talk about, which was about Hitler.
Yep.
Jesus.
So your ratings? Is this?
Pinocchio?
Oh,
Maybe 7.
yeah, I go 7, 6.5, 7.
It's a bit...
6 for me.
It's a bit slow at times.
Yeah, that was my problem.
It's
I got-
long.
kinda got
It is
bored.
long, just over 2 hours.
Yeah. But it's so well done that I'll
That's-
probably give it a benefit of doubt.
The skill behind
Yeah.
it, and if you, there's a couple of videos you can watch. I saw one on Instagram of the stop motion of him running through the carnival and the monkey chasing.
I think I've
him.
seen that. Yeah.
Holy shit, man! Like, yeah,
I think they've got a behind-the-scenes video on
It is
Netflix.
on Netflix,
okay,
yeah.
cool. I'll check it out.
There's a Pinocchio game coming out later this year.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Lies of P or
Lies
something?
of P, yeah. It's
So
very
it's
dark.
Like,
it's like
Dark
Dark Souls.
Bloodborne, Dark
Yeah.
Souls, except you're Pinocchio. It's so crazy.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was weird with the lying bit too, with the nose where it saved a couple of times, and then it was the way they used it was.
It was cool. Like also just visually, it branches out.
Yes,
like
it
a
Yeah.
tree branch.
Yeah,
So it
roots
doesn't
out.
just go long. Yeah.
It's like an actual tree.
And then leaves come out
Yeah,
of it and
yeah,
stuff.
branches and shit. When it got really big at one point.
So does he have like a nose trimmer?
No.
Wow.
Kind of, I guess.
His hand.
Okay. All right. Is it film flashback time?
I think it is.
Okay. My turn for this round to pick from the IMDb top 250 list.
Lucky this one didn't drop
A
out.
movie that I haven't seen, that I wanted to see. It is Downfall. The movie about last 10 days of the Third Reich.
Supposed.
It's a bleak one.
It's just a compilation of people like offing themselves, pretty much.
Yeah, fuck them all.
Yeah.
Except Albert Speer.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I thought it was very good.
Oh, it's
It's
amazing.
a great movie.
Yeah, it's so.
I think I'm the only one who's ever seen it before.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen it.
So who's the dude that told Hitler, it's like, I never carried out your orders?
Spear.
That's Speer.
Okay.
Albert Speer.
That was so good.
You might have heard
Yeah.
like he was the architect that
Oh,
came
yeah,
out and
he-
said he didn't know anything about the Holocaust, which is not true.
Yes.
No.
Lying scum.
And that he didn't know that he had slave laborers. 12 million slave laborers. He was the minister of armaments and he didn't know about it.
course
But yeah, for ages, he was, kind of sold himself as the quote-unquote good Nazi. And everyone kind of got turned around and actually was on his side. So he got 20 years. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so in the end, he died in London. Shouldn't have.
Anyway, movie.
Yeah, no, it's a great movie.
Yeah. I like,
Everyone is sort of great in it.
They really are.
I like how, like, every day, like, as time goes through the movie, everyone just gets more, like, panicked.
Oh, it's fascinating to
Or,
watch.
like, just...
And you
The
can watch...
Russians were getting closer.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
but the
the
like
whole
the
point.
makeup
the
and
impending-
everything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Doom
just, like,
coming.
And
everyone's gone like
and Hitler as well, man. Like, he's spiral...
Yeah.
yeah.
The first time you see him, he's so nice to the secretaries
Yes.
and everything, and then
These meds.
and you just see him losing it.
Well, and like, just everything, like physically he starts getting more hunched over and whatever, and even the hair, I think they grade his hair up as it goes.
They definitely did.
Yeah,
Like, man, it's
the hair
like,
and the fucking mustache. I just love the fact that he thinks he's some sort of military genius.
yes.
Yeah.
And
I never went to whatever military training.
And everyone says, "Oh, I didn't know we had enough troops to do that
Yeah.
that front or that attack." And,
This-
they'll do this. Well, they're not here. They're here. They're turning. You have to turn them around. Turn them around.
Yeah.
This is a guy who was fighting on the Western Front, the Allies. He's got a peace treaty with Russia, right? What's he do? He attacks Russia
in winter.
in winter.
Yes.
At the same, he's sandwiched in now. This is what he did.
Dumbass. And then they say if
Meth
He
gives you a
didn't-
lot of balls, bro.
and they're
Drugs.
saying like if he didn't direct the war, if he let the generals do it, they would have been so much better off in the war in general.
Yeah.
Of course.
But luckily, it worked out the way it did.
They still would have lost. Just
Yeah.
size. Like, manpower alone. Right?
Well,
And
it
also-
was production. They could outproduce. There was something
Yeah.
like they could do 1,000 aeroplanes a month or whatever it is, and Britain could do 3,000. They just outproduced. Plus the sanctions that was on them, no one was trading with them. They were fucked. They couldn't
And
even get Coca-Cola. They had to make Fanta.
And then eventually
Just
they had.
all of a country. To take on the
Eventually
world.
they'd have the WMD to drop.
That's right. I was just about to say they were going to get nuked.
No, of course.
Yeah. Because like that's the only reason Japan pretty much.
Yeah,
Because like
And that's
it's their
surrendered.
mentality
What happened in Japan?
to fighting war. Like
Yeah, they were all in.
they were like all in.
down
they
to
didn't
the
care.
last child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the ones surrendered. They surrendered after Germany, after the bomb.
The bombing of Japan, though, it's not even anything to do with Japan. It's to everybody else. No one
Yeah,
else.
it's the wave of
Yeah.
the finger.
Everybody else.
Yeah,
we got the big dick.
Look how big
Sit
it
the
is.
fuck down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it. This is over.
This is what you're
Yeah.
getting,
It's everything's now the American dollar.
and it's still it's how the world still is too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Threat of nuclear
Yeah.
war.
What I
Put your head up,
found
bang.
crazy was those crazy Nazi times with the neighbours just fucking each other over. and
Those-
the-
Cowards who like going after civilians.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
those-
Like, oh, you're deserters. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh
you're
man.
still freaking not fighting either.
Yes.
You're running around trying to do something.
catch people for not
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh.
And then you had the
That-
Vigilantes.
yeah the
Vigilante
civilians,
groups. Yeah.
like the
And
Volkstrom.
hang
Just
up a
as-
dude with one arm because he's not fighting a war.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because you're not out in the front lines either. Yes, scum.
Oh, one of my favorite bits of the movie is the kid like taking out 3 tanks and his dad coming and get
That
Yeah.
was interesting, man.
That whole
and keep calling his dad a coward.
well, that whole speech from the dad was one of the best parts of the movie.
100%. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Incredible movie.
So ratings.
It's a hard movie to rate. I think.
8.5 and he's in Argentina.
Yeah, probably 8.
Hey,
It's hard
I'm thinking 8.
because I don't think it's more like watching a documentary
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
because you're not really watching it for entertainment value sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm entertained, but you know what I mean.
Those kids dying was
Oh,
pretty
mate.
entertaining.
Did anyone
Dude, man,
need
to
for
make
that?
them sleep and then to do
The oldest one.
Anybody know
Yep.
about
Mother
that?
of the Year,
beforehand?
man. Mother of the Year.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Total
I know I did.
unnecessary.
No, I should know.
Totally
that
unnecessary.
happened in real life or that was in the movie?
Both.
Both.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
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 You think everything there would be somewhat true.
It is. It
yeah.
is. No, it
It's
it
all
happened.
really,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really good.
Yeah, the older kid. No,
Oh, yeah,
what's
she knew.
going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Just shh, shh, shh.
I don't know.
Because I watched it before, I'm like, that was sort of the scene that I didn't want to watch again.
I can understand so, buddy.
Also, I gotta say, guy played Joseph Goebbels. That's a weird looking guy.
Yeah. He was excellent.
Wasn't he? It was like like he'd been melted.
Yeah.
A little bit like he was a candle. He was made of candle.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
And like,
looks like the older Fratelli brother from the Goonies.
No, he looked like that Superman thing you guys used to have. You know that little, was it the money box?
Money box?
The Superman money box.
Oh, yeah.
That.
Yeah.
like real life Joseph Goebbels looks weird, but this is like next level.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah, no,
next
he's a
level
creepy
weird.
looking
He was a
motherfucker.
very
So creepy looking.
And he was like, he was all in.
Oh yeah.
Well, for a
He's-
second
he's
at
a
the end,
lunatic.
though, him and the miss, I'm like, are they just going to walk away? But I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
No,
kill each
yeah.
other. But for a second, I'm like, are they just killing the kids and going, we're free now?
He's make more.
yeah, he's the
They're just gonna slow us
minister.
down.
He's the minister for propaganda, and like the only thing I could think was man, did he freaking do a number on his wife. His wife is just...
I should talk about all
yeah,
in.
yeah.
It's not worth living.
He
It's
just
not I'm
brainwashed
done.
his entire family.
So well. Oh, and then them singing. Oh, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
man.
Because you know that how fake it was, and good movie.
It's
choice,
a bit
man.
when they go out at the end, it's like, oh, fine, I'll open the gas canisters again. And just...
Yeah, it was
Did everyone give rating yet?
I did.
Yeah, 8.
8.
8.
Oh, okay. It's a 9.
Yeah. It's a very good movie.
I think it's long, and it's
The hour.
yeah, and I think watching it with subtitles made me more pay
Of course,
pay more
yeah.
attention in what. Like, if this was
You
just
have
like
to. You have
in
to,
English,
Yeah.
I would have drifted in and out at
Well, that was the
times.
same with the most recent All Quiet on the Western Front. I didn't realise it was from German perspective, and I'm made sure I watched the German
Yeah.
with subtitle, and you're in.
Because
Yeah.
you're more invested.
Yeah, a few
The missus
times.
puts the phone down. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
times I had to go back, and it's like, what did they say? And
Yeah.
then,
I was saying because it was a little bit quick at times,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
Our copy of the movie, at least.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
very good, very good.
Davey boy,
Yes.
you're up, boy. Which movie you choosing?
So,
this,
my
this
movie
week?
is about a boy who comes across an alien, and then the government authorities want that alien. What
It's not
movie?
an alien.
Shut up. I'm just trying to lead it.
Oh, Flight of the Navigator.
It's not an alien. How are you going to talk about a movie you haven't seen? It's freaking spouting lies.
I'm trying to mislead.
Definitely, because you
the
said
only
Alien.
guy that
Yeah.
doesn't know what it is.
I haven't seen it, and I know. Anyway,
Anyway, okay, I went from the bottom up,
Yes.
and I stopped at the
I'm a
Iron
drink.
Giant. So we're gonna.
The
watch
Iron
that.
Giant?
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to watch this again.
Iron Giant Rock is one of my
It's
favourite movies.
fantastic.
Same.
I haven't
Love
seen it
it.
every day.
My god.
Love this
You'll
movie.
be
You said that the
surprised
other
I
week and I
haven't
was
seen it.
surprised.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Sweet. All right.
It's
on Stan.
it's the best animated movie of the last like 40 years.
Yeah.
Was it Zemeckis?
Yes.
I'm already going to give it a 10.
Right, like, 'cause it's near perfect.
So good.
Starring Vin Diesel.
Yeah. And like,
Is it Brad Bird?
at the,
Oh,
I think it's Bird.
Oh.
Yeah, Brad Bird.
Oh, okay. What again?
at the end, the Superman bit,
Yep.
just still tear up.
Great, it's fantastic. Can't wait.
Thinking
I might
about
watch
it, I'm
tonight.
still starting to tear up because that rules. Love this movie so much.
Best animated film in the last 40
Ah.
years.
Movie rules.
I can't think of anything that comes close to it, to be honest.
Okay, unless you haven't built it up too much.
Oh, like, yeah. But you know what I mean? Because, like, one, because I'm not a big fan of these computer animated movies. They can get fucked. So that knocks off the last 20 years.
Is that including Incredibles?
Yeah. This is better than Incredibles.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse?
Oh, fuck, way better than that.
Ghibli
That was a
movies?
gimmick. Huh?
Ghibli movies?
In front of
Yeah.
Incredibles?
That's why I said 40 years.
years. No.
Damn it.
It's only half animated. It doesn't count.
Yeah, that's true. Bob Hoskins.
I'm excited, Dave.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this since I was a kid.
So
I
good.
had it on tape.
Because like I was looking down that list, it's like I haven't seen it, and it's like I'll just go from bottom up. It's like okay, I enjoy it.
Can I ask a question I should have asked from last week? But I was a little bit shocked. So when we were talking about Wall-E, and you said that whole diatribe you said to Dylan about Avatar,
Yeah.
about Wall-E, what's Wall-E remaking? Like Avatar was doing essentially with the storyline and everything, where it was just the same storyline. What's the same storyline for Wall-E that it's remaking from another film?
It's not remaking anything.
Well, essentially that's what.
That,
Avatar
your whole
is.
rant wasn't about that.
Well, mostly it was.
But mainly we're just like, how? I'm saying, hey, you can like it, Dylan.
Yeah, you're yelling at Dylan for liking a movie you're not going to watch.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you gave us a freaking. You gave us it's not a review. What is it? An answer on the last week's episode. Not Avatar, despite the fact you haven't seen it.
Someone had to. Sponge you feel important, but no one answered you.
Thank you. I got an email about it and everything.
I'm glad. Thank you.
So yes, Iron Giant is
Yeah,
my movie.
excellent.
Sweet.
Yay!
Yeah, very good, very good, very good. Might be the best movie of the round.
Oh,
Yep.
I picked something good. Oh,
Yeah,
it's a bit hard.
You picked good movies for the first couple of rounds, and then you just went in the fucking toilet.
It's double trouble.
That's
all
what I
around.
do.
Okay, thank you for joining us for this episode. Like, comment, subscribe.
won't.
What was your favorite new release? for this week? Let us know in the comments,
Sure, fix it, bro.
or answer the
was my bootleg.
Q&A on Spotify.
The bootleg's hard to top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially those white hands.
that's great.
Telescoping neck.
Telescopic neck that doesn't telescope.
What a fucking.
And also
Yeah,
doesn't
no
blow.
way. I feel like doing that.
Doesn't glow in the tubes?
No, no tubes.
Is that the
blow in the
head?
head?
Or the head.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
Just
See you guys next week.
Go play Monopoly.
Thank you for joining us.
Pull
They
it
put
off.
nipples on the suit though.